Nate Mullen, aka the Illuminator here. I'm here to show you the difference between our new method of wiring, the FACT method of wiring, and all other methods of wiring. So you can go to a previous video and see the in-depth explanation of FACT method. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the hub method of wiring. Just for clarification, I'm the guy that invented that method of wiring. So when you think about what's happened in the industry, is a manufacturer predetermines the method of wiring that you're going to do. So as a previous owner of Unique Lighting, when I gave you a 25-foot lead, I predetermined that you're going to use the hub method of wiring. So we always knew we used to group things in basically fives or whatever, but you always had to come out and put a hub strategically, right, in groups of basically 5 fixtures because you had the 25-foot lead. So when I used to group fixtures together, I would have to come in here. And in this example, I right now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 boxes. So I have 8 hub boxes. If I was going to keep a material list here. 8. Now I've got to come from my transformer and I have to run, right, home runs to them. Now I might be able to come from one box and jump out into another. Got it, right? You can determine that, right? Okay? So I'm going to have, in this situation, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 home runs. Excuse my lousy writing here. 7 home runs. All right? So I've got to run all that wire, and then I've got to run all these wires back to the hub boxes, just like this as we would have to do. Okay? You guys got it, I think. All right? Assuming that one was long enough. So that would be a hub method of wiring. Just like that. So I've got a tremendous amount of labor. The more wire I put in the ground, obviously I magnified my labor. I've got a cost of material between all the hubs. I've got a tremendous amount of work involved. So that's the hub method of wiring. Now I'm getting ready to start the next video, which will be the traditional daisy chain. All right, now we're getting ready to show you the daisy chain method of wiring. Now, as you know, most manufacturers come out and give you a predetermined length of either 3, 4, or 5 feet of wire that comes out of a fixture, which we all know is called the daisy chain of wiring. So our transformer is right here. So in that method of wiring, it forces us to have multiple home runs to come out of a transformer. So we come out with a home run, and we have to do something like this. Run our wire. Maybe we'll make a junction right here. We have to do that. We have to come out like this. We have to run our wire up and around, come out like this, come out like this again. We have to do something like this. Maybe we put a junction box here. All right, but we all know we have to do this. So I've got, maybe 400 or 500 feet of 12-2 that comes out of here. And now I've got to come out and I've got to make a connection at each one of these, right, points of wire right here. So this method of wiring, I'm going to tell you, is ultimately the worst method of wiring. I've never really liked this method of wiring. And traditionally, I've always called this the trunk and branch method. These are your trunks. These are your branches. I've never really myself called this the daisy chain method of wiring because it's really trunk and branch. So it's the most intensified labor method. There's the most connections because everything requires a connection, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So there's 35 connections, right? In this method of wiring, there's a tremendous amount of labor, not only pulling the home runs, but there's a cost of the 12-2. So it's a very, 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 logistically, when it costs you money and a lot of time, it's really the worst way of doing wiring. And this is the daisy chain method of wiring. But you're able to compare the daisy chain, the hub method of wiring, and then you're going to be able to compare our method, the FACT method of wiring, which will eliminate at least half of your connections, all of your wire, and save you 50% in labor. Thanks for paying attention.